everyone, I'm Freya and welcome to my channel and our Dragon Dogma 2 character creation episode. For the character creation, I will actually just be taking you through the final look and adjustments of my Arisen and my pawn. I did record the entire journey of me making them, however, when it came to editing, it just became way too stressful because there ended up being a lot of back and forth in adjusting the features. You know, for example, I'd do the eyes and then the nose, move on to the cheeks or the jaw, and then the eyes would look off. So I went back to adjust that, and then the mouth or the nose would look off. So there was just a lot of that. And the cuts of the edit ended up just becoming too sharp, and I just felt too overwhelmed, especially since this is my first time going into this much depth for a character creation. So I just decided to go down the slides route.
At last! The bell has tolled on the age of the console. The return of the Sovereign.
Welcome, Arisen. We pawns have long awaited your arrival.
Learn aught you can of this world you must protect.
We ask that all be spared the horrors of the fell dragon.
From this moment forth, thou art arisen. Charge and do.
Here's my chance.
If you're discovered, yours won't be the only head that rolls. What is your purpose here?
When 'twas all but certain that her son would take his father's place, word reached the castle that the Arisen had been found.
Pitiable Arisen. Why dost thou fight?
Arisen.
You need only believe in your own destiny, Arisen.
Show me the path thou wouldst walk.
If ye intend to do what I could not, and fell the dragon true, I would gladly pass all the wisdom I possess into your hands.
Lastly, just before we jump in, full disclosure, I am very new to this game and this world. I only found out about Dragon Dogma 2 from my friend about 2 weeks ago, and all I know about this game is from what I've seen in the trailer, which is basically that we are the Arisen and we have a destiny to fulfill, and we will be battling dragons and minotaurs and other creatures along the way, and we will also have companions, also known as pawns, traveling with us. So yeah, I guess without further ado, here is the final look of my characters. Arisen. The Arisen is the character you will control throughout the game. So, starting with my Arisen, like I mentioned earlier, I am completely new to this game, but I did see my friend do a bit of her character creation, and she shared that height and weight are key factors in the game and can determine things such as how much you can carry. And so I ended up doing a little Reddit research and found a few people saying that the average height of an NPC is between 175 to 180 cm, and the weight is around 75 kg. I decided to give myself a little advantage by making her a bit taller at 182 cm because I have no idea what we're going to be getting into. And I did choose spider as her vocation, so to align with that, I did increase her muscle mass all the way up and adjusted her arm thickness to make her look fit. Then lastly, for her legs and torso, I just really tried to make that proportionate. And yes, as you can see, her weight is at that 175 kg mark, which means I have enough space to loot, which I love to do. Now moving on to the head side of things. Base head I chose was 23, skin base and skin color. Since we are outside traveling, I did want to give her a little bit of a tan and opted for a warmer skin tone, and just like the combination of skin base 20 and skin color 17. Facial features wise, I do like making characters that I can relate to, which is why I also chose the feminine human instead of the feline feminine option. And my idea for her as well is I want to give her a very youthful and very soft look. So adjusting the nose was definitely the most challenging for me to get right. It was the first main feature I adjusted, so when I moved on to adjusting everything else, I would always have to come back to the nose to tweak it. For the ears, the moment I found out there were elf ears, that was it. I love playing elven characters in RPGs, so when given the chance, no questions asked, we are just 100% always going elf. In regards to the cheeks and the jaw, like I said, I wanted to give her a soft looking look and was going for a mixed round shape and heart shaped face. And I myself have a round face with full cheeks, so I did want to see a bit of that in her. Hair-wise, I did fall in love with this hairstyle the moment I picked her base head out. I did look at the others, but this was the only one that, even after I finished fixing all her features, that I found just really suited her. And in games where we are battling foes and traveling, I like having my character's hair tied back, just so it's, not in her face all the time. And with hair color, just giving her a dark brown hue, similar to my hair color, and then just kept that same relatability theme when it came to the color of her eyes. Okay, moving on to the fun stuff, makeup. Although I am not someone who wears makeup, and when I do opt for a very natural looking look, which is what we have given her. So for the eyeshadow, just giving her a little swatch of dusty pink on her eyelids with a light smoky eye look, and then a peachy blush just to match her skin tone. For the lips, I am personally obsessed with tinted glosses that just give my lips that bit of color. So for her, went down that route and just increased the sheen and gave her a nice plum looking natural lip. And here she is, our Arisen, Spacia, also known as Alita because, Alita Battle Angel. I did try to see if they had Galadriel or Erwin, one of those Lord of the Rings elven names, which they didn't, and so when I saw Alita, I thought that she just embodied that character, and for me was the perfect alias for her. Main pawn. Your main pawn is the loyal companion who will accompany you throughout your adventure. Now for our pawn. And, pause for suspense please, it is Freya from the God of War. So I'm just going to quickly go through the body slides and then just really focus on the facial features for you guys. How this came about is my friend created Morrigan, Witch of the Wilds from Dragon Age, and that just inspired me to have my pawn be a character from one of the games that I love. And I just ended up going with Freya from the God of War. And to help me make her, I actually had screen grabs of her on my monitor in different angles, just so I can get as close to her as possible. And I would like to think that I did a pretty good job. So for those of you out there looking for a Freya to make as your pawn, or even your Arisen, well, here you go. You are very welcome. So with base head, I found 21 the easiest to fix because it already had a very angular look, which I'll dive into a bit later when we go through the cheeks and jaws. And then skin tone, again, just wanted to give her a bit of a tan. Again, so similar to my Arisen, her nose was the most challenging feature for me to do. I think my version of Freya, her nose is just a little bit more petite. I did do a few iterations, but this was the one I was most happy with, and it didn't take away from her looking any less like Freya in the games. Then for her cheeks and jaw, Freya has a very squarish face shape and high cheekbones that give her that sort of sunken cheek look, which is why I also opted to put the blush higher up where her cheekbones are, and to do that I used cheek style 4 and just gave her again that natural looking blush for her cheek color similar to what she has in the game. For the hair, I know that her hair is typically down or in a half up look, but again, just took a bit of liberty here because no hairstyle option would have matched her hair in the game anyways. But Freya does have these twisted curls in some parts of her hair in God of War, so I did go with this hairstyle because I felt that it at least captured that. And in terms of hair color, she does have that brown hair with a bit of reddish undertone. And then as for makeup, especially with the eyeshadow, unfortunately, there was no eyeshadow option that had her running mascara look, which would have been great to give her. So if there is a mod out there, do let me know. But in this case, to compensate, I just went with giving her a very dark smoky look by using dark eyeshadow colors and just heavy eyeliner, especially under the eye. And then also for the lips, just taking a bit of liberty here, giving her a bit more of a glossy lip, and then again just giving her that natural lip color. And ta-da! Here she is! Freya, our pawn, and I did make her a mage because I do love a spellcaster class. And then for her name, I really wanted to have it as Valkyrie Queen, but alas, that was too long and did not fit. So I opted for Acer Queen, so basically Queen of the Gods. And luckily, they had Freya as a moniker option, so we went with that. And there you have it, my Arisen Spacia and my pawn Freya, the Acer Queen. I am so excited to play the game with these characters, and I cannot wait to see how they fare in the world of Dragonsdogma 2. I will learn all the areas, I promise, once I jump into the game and then see this story unfold. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed me taking you through my character creations for Dragonsdogma 2, and I hope you'll check out the first episode and come along on this journey with me.